那接下来让我们有请我们的第一位学生演讲者 William 上台分享他关于 Crossroads 的见解和理解。William。
Thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Keep it going, I liked it. Thank you, Shanghai, and it's an absolute honor starting us off at TEDxSSBS. Thank you, Shanghai. Thank you, Star River, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to come and share my thoughts, my interpretation of such a thing I hold truly deep in my heart. Hi, Mom. Hi. Any mothers in this? Give me a cheer. Any moms? Moms? Dads? Any dads? Yeah. So, to the parents in this venue, who here was scared when they first knew they were going to be a parent? Any, please raise your hand if you were scared when you knew you were going to be a parent. Were you scared? Terrified. Terrified. What were you terrified about? Everything. Such a huge responsibility, isn't it? Yes. Absolutely. Anyone else? It just can't be them, can it? You are not alone. Birth rates have been dropping ever since the pandemic. And now a third of all Americans wouldn't want their kids to be born due to global warming. To be honest, it takes so much confidence, so much courage to be a parent nowadays, right? It takes so much will, so much grit, so much gut to be a parent. There are two things that grow inside you that doesn't share the DNA with you, and a doctor has to come take it out after 9 months. There's babies, of course, but there's also cancer. But unlike cancer, you don't really need to, but unlike babies, don't really need to raise cancer for the rest of your life. Sorry, Mom. If I could ever travel back in time, I would like to ask my mom a question. It was, why would you ever give birth to a second child? So it's not the best idea now. I come from a family of 4. I have my parents, me, and an older sister. My birth was full of obstacles. I was a second child at a time where the Chinese government only allowed 1 child, right? And then my father was a businessman who was traveling between our hometown and Shanghai because of business. My mom was a resident doctor back in our hometown. She majored in traditional Chinese and Western medicine. So therefore, in such a big crossroad in their lives, giving birth to me will mean that they will have to travel all the way to another country. They would have to, my mom would have to quit her job and come with my dad to a new city and settle down. And my dad would have to choose between staying with his original family and starting a new life with his current family in another new metropolitan city. It's such a big crossroad in their lives. They were confident enough to still take the choice they had and give birth to me. So, crossroads. We love them, we hate them, we all have them. And today, I'm not going to share anything special about crossroads. I'll leave it to my colleagues back there. But I will want to tell you and everyone in this room what I think is the best way. Not the right way, not the wrong way, but in my opinion, the best way to face and deal with these crossroads that we have to face every single day. And that is with confidence. So let's start off with defining confidence. We all need to know what something means before we can actually go on and do it, right? But I would like to start off confidence not with a definition, but with something similar. I would like to explain to you the power of belief. This quote is from a research paper called Mind Over Milkshakes. Now, many of you will be wondering why I'm going to talk about milkshakes now. But this research shows a very, very interesting phenomenon. This research put many different people in different treatment groups and gave them high-calorie and low-calorie milkshakes, while telling high-calorie treatments that they had low-calorie milkshakes, and low-calorie milkshake treatment groups, they had high-calorie milkshakes. So they effectively manipulated them. Oh, no. But the research shows that people with a mindset of indulgence produced a dramatically steeper decline in ghrelin after consuming the shake, whereas the mindset of sensibly produced a relatively flat ghrelin response, meaning that what you believe has an absolutely true physical impact on your body and what you will actually be able to perform, just like these people here. Why am I talking about this? The confidence is the belief in your own ability. It's the belief that you are able to do something. It's not arrogance. It's not recklessly diving in to do something that you're not sure you can do. But it is the belief that you are able to achieve something that with your own ability. Confidence is not about being the best, but the best version of yourself. It's about being comfortable with what you have and working hard to maintain it and grow it. Moving on. Let's talk about the foundation of confidence. Anyone have an idea? What do you think the foundation of confidence is? Any people? Anyone want to give me a response? Eric. Eye contact. We're going to talk about eye contact soon. The foundation of confidence, in my own opinion, is ability. What I mean by that is, if you have the ability to do something, you will be confident enough to do it eventually, right? But you wouldn't be comfortable doing something if you knew you didn't, or you believe you do not have the ability to do it. I have two stories on this. The first is about football. I am a lineman for the Shanghai Wolves. Go Wolves! We're the American football national champions. I am a lineman for them, but I only started back in 2022 in October. I wasn't a great player. I wasn't fast. I wasn't strong. I had little flimsy arms that would break if anyone stepped on it. My wrist would get hurt every single practice because it was just really, really weak. But I believed that I could do it. It was a false belief because I did not have the ability. But I had this false belief that I would be able to do it. Because what? Because I was heavy. In my mind, being heavy was all you needed to be a lineman at American football. But as it comes to show, I was not the best. I had no clue what I was doing the first practice I ever went to. Yeah, that was flag football. But after a while, I started getting into tackle football. Tackle football is the American football bang bang clash kind of plays that you would likely see. And the first ever practice I had of tackle football, we did a thing called Oklahomas. Oklahomas is where two people, no matter your size, no matter your speed, no matter how long you play at it, the coach will put you next to each other, and you guys would have to jump up and smash each other's head in. If you didn't have the ability to do it, if you didn't believe that you have the ability to do it, you would get killed. I got paired with this guy. Imagine a 15-year-old. He's 30, by the way. He's like he's like 300 pounds, full of muscle. He benches like 120 kilos. He can squat like 250. I got paired with this guy. I got destroyed. You wouldn't believe the sound of the helmets when we clashed with each other. It was a boom. I was on the ground. I was like just weeping and sobbing. All the belief I had in myself was gone. But I knew that wasn't something I was able to do. I just couldn't just rest there and think that I couldn't play this sport because I truly did love it. And what did I do? I built it up. I went to the gym, I got a gym membership, and I slowly started from the ground up. It was 50 kilograms at first. I only was able to bench press 50 kilograms for my 1 rep max at first. I had little weak chest, and I wasn't able to do a single push-up. But after 2 months, I was able to do 60. After another 2 months, 70 kilograms. Now I'm able to do 80 kilograms for reps, and I think maybe that's not the best, but that's a great improvement from what I originally had. The other story I want to share, first I want to share a statistic. 70% of cardiac arrests happen outside the hospital in China. I think that's a very, very big number. 70% of all cardiac arrests, and that is 500,000 cardiac arrests annually. But 70% of them happen outside the hospital in China, and the only chance of them getting saved is by an onlooker. However, fewer than 1% of bystanders at cardiac arrest deaths in China are well-trained and capable of administering first aid. Less than 1%. That's a truly crazy number. The ones who know me, they already know what I'm gonna go at. But back in 2023, around November, one of my friends fell on the ground playing football. Football. He crashed his head into the ground and had a trauma-induced seizure. He lost breathing for a couple of minutes, but he still had a heartbeat. He was unconscious, foaming at the mouth. Imagine someone you've grown up with playing football and then suddenly on the ground collapsed, unable to talk or breathe, whining, groaning, foaming at the mouth. It's a truly horrible sight. And then I was not able to help him. I was not able to give him the right procedures and the right treatments for him to confidently survive this. He is fine. He walked away with a mild concussion. But after that, I felt really guilty that I didn't have the ability to help him, and I didn't have the ability to help whoever would need in this room or anywhere in the city. And therefore, I got the ability. I took a 10-hour course on AED and CPR, and I gained the ability to resuscitate someone if their life depended on me. Now I am able to confidently step in and help because I have the ability to be able to step in and help. There are some more things that build confidence. There's preparation. Well, that's pretty obvious. Confidence, if you prepare for something, it builds confidence. It reduces anxiety. If you invest time and effort into something, it will also build up your confidence. There is positive self-talk. Your inner dialogue is a major factor in your own self-confidence. If you tell yourself that you can do it, most chances you are going to because you have that belief in your ability. There is embracing failure as a stepping stone. This is also important because you are going to fail no matter who you are. You are going to have those places, you are going to have those times in your life, those periods in your life where you just will not be able to succeed, and that's completely fine. There's also more, wearing form-fitting clothes that builds up your charisma on your looks, seeking support from others, wielding humor, having mastered a skill. There's more and more. Actually, don't really believe me because I have a lot of cash, have a body like a Greek god, and eating steak at a fancy restaurants. All three builds confidence, but I don't really have all three. So, what are the impacts of confidence? Confidence has a major impact on the human life, especially on me. Because me giving a talk here to like hundreds of people, this is new for me. This is new for even me. I was not always a kid comfortable at public talks. I grew up in Florida, a place of alligators and sharks, beaches, sunshine, drugs, and cartels. Thankfully, I haven't got in touch with cartels or drugs yet. But back in Florida, I took my elementary school there. In first grade, I was bullied because I was the only Asian Chinese kid in the whole school. I went to a very public school in Florida, full of Americans, rednecks, all that Latinas. There was one really cute girl called Isabel, but never mind. I was the only Chinese kid in the whole school, and then therefore I was bullied. And I did not have great English. I wasn't able to communicate with people I needed to communicate with. For example, a counselor. For example, my teachers. For example, the cafeteria, even the cafeteria staff. I wasn't able to tell them that I was allergic. Therefore, I was not confident at all being around people, especially in America. Back in school, because I was a very chubby kid, I was also bullied for my looks and my body. I was bullied because kids are mean. If you walk into 3 third grader girls, they will jab at you and you will walk away crying. And that was me. I was very nervous about stepping up to people and talking to them because I was unconfident in my own looks and my abilities. But slowly and slowly, I got into public forum debate, and I got into public speaking in general. And slowly, I built up the ability and the confidence to talk in front of people. Now, I am able to host basically all of my school's activities. I am able to give talks, and I am able to confidently tell you what I think is important and ideas I think are worth spreading. Of course, you all came here to learn something, right? So let's move on to some actionable steps you can take to build up your confidence, and it's really simple. First of all, why do we need actionable steps? For example, if I wanted to tell a kid to do finance and grow his stocks, I won't just tell him, go on, grab my money and do my stocks for me. I will tell him to press the power button on the computer, and then slowly he can learn how to grow and how to manage stocks, right? You have to take one small action at a time in order to do something big. Here, I'm telling you to grow your confidence, and this is what I think is the most important and the very basic part of being confident. Eye contact. Do we have a volunteer here? Any volunteer? Okay, go on, come on. A round of applause, please. Round of applause. Thank you, thank you. What's your name?
My name is
Fiona. What grade are you in?
4th grade.
Okay, imagine I walked up to you and we're holding a conversation, right?
Okay.
So, how was your day?
My
It was so-so? Why? Why was it?
Because I haven't do anything.
Not even McDonald's chicken nuggets? Do you like them?
I liked it, but I didn't eat it.
Oh, that sucks. Thank you, Fiona. Another round of applause for Fiona. Thank you. How did everyone think Fiona did? Good? Great. Exactly. Fiona had eye contact. And eye contact, in my opinion, is a very easy thing to do and a very easy thing to help boost your confidence when talking to people. By holding eye contact and by showing that you are comfortable holding eye contact with people, you are showing them that you care and you are able to confidently tell your mind to the people around you. For example, Eric over there, he's holding eye contact with a lot of people, right, Eric? Yes! Very confident. So I think I have outlived my welcome here on the stage. But my last message here is to be bulletproof. Be bulletproofly confident. Be bulletproof about everything you do and be confident in your ability to do any action you want. Your armor isn't something you can buy. Have you heard the saying that sticks and bones can break my bones, but word alone can hurt me? That's what I'm going at. You have to be comfortable and believe that you are able to do something. And that is your best armor in achieving success, your best armor in being confident, and your best armor to do anything, even though you are going to face a lot of obstacles. I want to thank my mom for, again, being confident enough to bring me into this world. And I want to thank all of my colleagues, all of the speakers for being confident enough to come up here and share their ideas. And again, all of you for living your life and being wonderful, energetic listeners. And thank you, Fiona, especially, for coming up. Thank you so much.